Happy Monday, Turks and Caicos. This is your 3-day public weather forecast, issued on Monday, February 23rd, 2026. For the general situation, light winds and calm seas will prevail for much of the day. However, by this evening, a strong cold front will approach the Turks and Caicos Islands, and winds and seas will increase and temperatures will begin to drop. Today's forecast for all areas calls for a mix of sun and clouds with a low chance of passing showers this afternoon. Partly cloudy with a low chance of isolated showers and isolated thunderstorms tonight. New total rainfall accumulation of about 1/4 inch with higher amounts possible in thunderstorms. Winds will be west to northwest at 10 knots or less, falling light and variable at times, then becoming northwesterly at 10 to 15 knots with gusts up to 20 knots this evening as the front approaches. Seas will be 3 feet or less in all waters today, then increasing to 3 to 5 feet in Atlantic waters by this evening. The daytime high temperature is expected to rise to 82 degrees Fahrenheit with an overnight low temperature of 73 degrees Fahrenheit. Sunset will be at 5:49 p.m. The next high tide is at 11:53 a.m. and the next low tide is at 6:02 p.m. Now for the extended forecast. The cold front will move through tonight into Tuesday, bringing gusty winds, rough seas, and periods of showers, creating hazardous marine conditions. The front will stall near the islands early Wednesday before weakening and while drifting westwards and dissipate through Thursday. Gradual improvement in weather conditions is expected as high pressure builds in and develops a broad ridge over the area. Forecast for Tuesday, a low chance of showers, partly cloudy to cloudy with a high near 73 degrees Fahrenheit. Tuesday night, isolated showers possible in the evening, partly cloudy with a low around 71 degrees Fahrenheit. New total rainfall accumulation of about 1/10 inch. A small craft advisory will come into effect on Tuesday for Atlantic waters. Winds will be northerly at 15 to 25 knots with higher gusts. Seas in the Caicos Bank 3 to 5 feet and 5 to 7 feet, building up to 9 feet offshore in the Atlantic. Forecast for Wednesday, a low chance of showers in the afternoon, partly cloudy to cloudy with a high near 77 degrees Fahrenheit. Wednesday night, a low chance of showers, partly cloudy with a low around 72 degrees Fahrenheit. New total rainfall accumulation of about 1/4 inch. The small craft advisory will remain in effect for Atlantic waters, and winds will be northeast to east at 15 to 20 knots with higher gusts. Seas 3 to 5 feet in the Caicos Bank and 4 to 6 feet, building up to 8 feet offshore in the Atlantic. And that is the 3-day public weather forecast issued on Monday, the 23rd of February by the Turks and Caicos Islands National Weather Service. The next 3-day forecast will be issued on Wednesday.